Hey Pisces Rising, my name is Gary Gawd and you're watching Gawd Cafe. So today we're going to talk about the month of May. Now if you are a Pisces Sun or Moon, this video can also resonate with you. But we'll be focusing on Pisces Rising. So if you know your rising, go check out that video for more accuracy. But you could also use both readings to make an assessment, being that it's a general reading. Okay. So, because you guys have the North Node in the second house, we'll take a look at that. Currently, the North Node is in Aries, so the North Node is sitting in your second house, the house of finances and money. Aries here is making you assess your relationship with money and how you, being that Aries represents the human, the primal state, the innate desires, willpower, everything Martian-like, right, is on the North Node at this moment. Meaning, North Node is the theme. North Node is like the course or project at hand, right? And when the North Node fluctuates, you need to look at where the attention from the universe wants you to put it in. The reason why, wherever the North Node is at, there's supports and focus in that house, whether you want to give into it or not. So you might as well just, give into being supported in that house or whatever, and when it comes to understanding what it is that you need to do. So Aries in the second. Aries represents, like I said, your innate tendencies. So maybe it's how you innately spend money. You may be impulsive with money. You may be, you may do the most to get money. You may do, you may work your ass off just to get money. You have Mars in the second practically, with Aries being here. It's like an honorary Martian, Mars in the second type of energy, because Aries is the focus, and now you have the North Node here. So a lot of energy is happening with money right now. So you're doing a lot with your money, or you're doing a lot to get money, to achieve money, perhaps. Pisces in the fourth. Pisces in the second. Pisces in the second. Yeah. What else am I getting about this before I dive into the reading? What else am I getting about this? So Aries in the second. What else would you guys have to know about money? It's like I said, it's general. So we're going to look into the cards and see what it is you have to do about money at this time. Like, what is it about money that Pisces risings have to focus on or do? What is it about money that Pisces rising has to focus on or do? Make it very clear. Make it so whatever animals you present to me right now, Spirit, can be re-ignited one. Okay. Can be re-experienced in their experience, Perhaps you see one of these animal archetypes in your regular life and it reminds you of this reading, or the lessons that you may feel like you've achieved listening to this reading, or understanding that you've achieved listening to this reading. Let these spirit guides, you say this one, but I want it to pop out, Spirit. Make one like fly out. Come on. Telling me this and that, I get it, but like I can't always make it fly out, Gary. Okay. One more, Spirit universe. Come on, let's go. Let's give me what else they want to they need to know and pay attention to. Is it just these two cards from this deck? I will shuffle 5 times more, and it will be an indication if there's any more from this deck or not. What is it that they need to know? What is it that Pisces risings need to know? too many cards. So just the bottom. Okay. Is they're stuck together or something. It's a little cold in here. Ooh. Okay. Wow, I love this. So, first card, Panther Spirit, reclaim your power. So what's interesting is perhaps you guys are not fully getting all the money you guys deserve for working your ass off, perhaps. Perhaps you've let a lot of things slide because you do get paid enough, but maybe you're not fighting for everything you work for. I could see that being a theme here. Reclaim your power. Claim it back. Don't let people just take advantage of you because you work for them or whatever. And if that's the case, that's a little hard, easier said than done, because that could leave turmoil or whatever. You may have to plot on your exit and not let that be scary. It may be time now. It may be time. Oh my God, that has to be it. Now it's time for you to be your own boss. You've done all the work. Your work ethic is amazing. You got the money. Now you're nervous what to do with it. You worked on it for so long, now you're scared to spend. And that's what I'm getting. For some of you, you guys are scared to spend all the money you worked for. But you can't leave with it, my love. So what are you going to invest it in that would bring you joy? So, yes, you want to make more money, but also keep in mind what would bring you joy while trying to make more money. So definitely look into investments that would ignite joy. Perhaps properties. Flipping houses, Airbnb, yeah, I could see this being a thing here. Reclaim your power. Do not let your job eat your time away. When you have all these ideas that you want to dive into, but perhaps you're like, this is my bread and butter, this is the reason why I have all of this money. So you're feeling conflicted as to what to really do. You don't want to disrespect your authorities. However, your authorities sometimes, step on your toes and don't really appreciate you. And you know that and you're over it. But this has also been your bread and butter for the past 10, 15 years is what I'm getting. But now you're asking to learn from the past. Elephant Spirit. Learn from the past. You know what your loyalty means to them, and perhaps maybe it's never ever going to be enough. So to remain this loyal may not be in your benefits. You deserve that loyalty that you're willing to give to someone, to yourself, and the adventures that you want to dive into. You do not have to invest this much time and effort in another man's dream. You guys have known this for so long. However, you guys are so used to a routine, perhaps, in the way in which you get your money, that to challenge that feels scary. And right now, you're asking to believe in yourself. Squirrel Spirit. And for those of you that don't know this about the squirrel, 80% of the acorns that squirrels collect end up staying in the soil and and becoming trees. So squirrels will hide acorns in the soil so that they can hide it from losing it, or other squirrels or other predators trying to get their food source from them. This is their thinking, apparently, and that's why they look anxious a lot of the time. It's very cute, actually, when I think about it. And so they forget 80% of where they plant the acorn. So most of the times they're like, they're looking like, where did I put it? So that's kind of why they give that, the way squirrels do. Squirrels are funny. Anyway, with that said, believe in yourself for all the acorns that you've stored. All the work that you've all the money you've made, stored from the work that you've done and collected, the money collected. Right now, you're asking to plant trees with that money. Not, it don't have to be literal, or it could. Maybe it's an idea that, you know, some of you actually been considering and just confirming it. But figuratively, mainly speaking, it's time to do big things. Pisces rising, it's time to let your money grow for you the way you've always wanted it to. Now understand this. Not every seed you plant will sprout into a tree. Sometimes there's things within the environment that may hinder that. And you need to be receptive and accepting to that and not as fearful, because if you don't, you won't take any action regarding this matter. And if you just simply accept, you don't have to like it, but if you accept it, your consciousness will work around this acceptance and move forward. Believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. All right, so let's get some clarifiers with the moon deck. All right, universe, what is it that Pisces rising needs to know about their emotional state at this time? How should they feel? What focuses? You know, what's some, you know, reassuring emotional states that maybe perhaps you want, you know, Pisces rising to be clear on? A personal issue reaches resolution. So that's so interesting. I know I said don't leave things alone without figuring out a solution. However, personal issues are not part of that. Personal issues reach a solution. So perhaps the way in which, you know, your relationship, the value you place on the money you've made or the money you're not making, you know, probably, you know, makes you feel a lack of security, right? A lack of security, which can result into feeling like there's a personal issue. However, what I'm receiving is that something within your mental health is clearing up for you in order for you to consciously be able to see things the way you need to. So it's more so that to me than, you know, yeah, personal issue reaches resolution. Now maybe you're standing up for yourself. You know, maybe your communication is getting better with demanding what you want at work. Perhaps you're you know, you don't feel so fearful to talk to your higher ups. Perhaps you understand, if I just speak to them professionally, how could it go wrong? Rather than the fear of speaking to them altogether. Like understanding that you are, you know, to not idealize things too much outside of yourself, because you are just as powerful, okay? You are just as powerful. Let's get one more. Let's get one more card. Spirit said you have to flash this card. Are you sure? Yeah, it is. Is it new moon in Pisces? Pisces rising. Meditate and contemplate. Take some time out after this reading, especially if you feel that. Take 2 seconds with nature at the park, you know, maybe like a park that's not near your home that would make you see someone that you know, or if that doesn't matter, it doesn't matter, but isolate yourself in your yard or something. Meditate and contemplate. Sometimes we need to pull away and assess things as they are in order to get clarity as to what action we should take, and playing out the cause and effect of each action with our foresight so that we know what it is that we're about to manifest before manifesting it. You know? Meditate and contemplate. Okay, Pisces rising, my name is Gawd, and you're watching Gawd Cafe. Until next time, my fellow Gawds.